Okay, so Lily Walters once said that the success of your presentation or speech will be judged not by the knowledge you send, but with what the listeners receives. And in addition to that, to our student viewers, effective delivery of your speech means being able to say what you need to say in a manner that it is heard and acted upon. Oh, hello there. It's Tuesday. It's oral communication in context. I am Tutor Alvin, and I'll be your tutor for Itulai today. So, okay, so let us have first our student viewers from the different parts of the Philippines. First, okay, we have here okay, so please comment your school and of course your division. So yan. So good afternoon from Daniela to Ma'am Nova Dolor B. Pelayo. So we cannot have the beauty and poise of Ma'am Dolor today, the beauty and grace of Nova today because she has a meeting, okay, with the program heads of Itulay. But then rest assured, she will be with us in the comment section. So good afternoon. Okay, to the students of CBS AA, Daniela from 11 STEM. So happy viewing to Jesse, James, Tureen, and to his friends. So, and also I would like to greet good afternoon all my colleagues, the students from Santa Maria National High School in Macabebe at the division of Pampanga. Ayan, from San Mariano National High School, Maine, we have here Herschel Kate A. De Assis, okay, STEM 11. So, good afternoon to Sheila May Kabucos. And so, hello then to our master teacher from Santa Maria National High School, Ma'am Edna de Tuwin, and to our head of the English department, Ma'am Mary Ann Oronce. So, good afternoon. Now, last time with Tutor Nova, we started talking about the principles of effective speech delivery. And what are the first two principles of effective speech delivery we discussed last session, last week 6? These are, okay, yeah, keep commenting, okay, your name, your section, your school, and of course your division. So last time we talked about, yeah, that's right, articulation and modulation. So, what's the difference between articulation and modulation? Yeah, that's correct. Mary May Yonson. Hello to you. So, what is the difference between articulation and modulation? Okay. Yes. So, articulation, let's put it in this way. Simply, articulation is the clarity, the clearness in pronouncing the words or the utterance. So it refers to the clarity of the voice and even the correct pronunciation, enunciation of words. That is articulation. On the other hand, when we say modulation, we are referring to the letter Q. It is the, yeah, that's right, the quality of the voice, the power you inject while you are speaking. That is the modulation. So that's the difference. That's the basic difference between um okay, articulation and modulation. Yeah, James, you're right. James Maswangat, modulation refers to how you control your voice when speaking. So articulation and modulation don't mean the same thing. Okay, they mean differently because there are some people who are well articulated. Ang ganda ng pagkakabigkas. I mean, tama ang pagkakabigkas, malinaw. Pero bagsak naman pagdating sa modulation, hindi ganun kaganda ang quality ng boses. But then there are some people who are very good in modulating their voice, but then medyo pumapalya when it comes to correct pronunciation or what do we call articulation. So I hope um, that makes sense as a review for articulation and modulation. Because last time we must be able to have the learning kamustahan, but then we will be having it right now before we proceed to our lesson for week 7. So the instruction is as simple as this one. Okay, we have two videos here. So Watch the following oral interpretation videos and determine the verbal principles of effective speech delivery that must be improved in the situations. Okay, we have situation one and the oral interpretation video two. So you have only two choices, articulation or modulation. Saan ba siya nagkukulang? Articulation ba or modulation? So give me a thumbs up so that we can begin, so that I can begin presenting the videos. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, and hello to our senior high school focal person, Sir June Joaquin Yul Lupas Jr. Okay, thank you for your feedback. So the first video, here it goes.
I am the youth of today. I am a descendant of the brave Katipuneros and strong-willed leaders of the revolution. I wear the red banner and carry the torch of my guerrilla forefathers. The blood of my ancestors runs through my veins. I was not delivered into the world in defeat. The resilience of the past centuries nourishes my will, but I am still fighting for my freedom, justice, and peace.
Okay, so the question is, what verbal principle of effective speech delivery must be improved in our first video? Okay, what do you think kulang ang ating speaker? Is it in articulating or in modulating her voice? Based on what you have watched. Okay, sabi ni Christian Ciares, ni Christy Tariman, modulation. Let us check. Yeah, that's right. Because parang kulang ng power yung kanyang boses and parang walang conviction. Parang, malamya ang pagkakadeliver, right? That's the right term. So, kulang ng modulation. But then, okay, hindi hahayaan yan. Anyway, shout out to Yendor Lee Bahesta of Parañaque Science High School, SDO Parañaque City. So, sa kanya entry ang mga videos na yan. So, now, what if Lee will apply modulation to her speech? Let's watch this. And please comment your observation.
I am the youth of today. I am a descendant of the brave Katipuneros and the strong-willed leaders of the revolution. I wear the red banner and carry the torch of my guerrilla forefathers. The blood of my ancestors runs through my veins. I was not delivered into this world in defeat. The resilience of the past centuries nourishes my will, but I am still fighting for my freedom, justice, and peace.
Okay, so palakpakan naman natin si Lee Bahesta of Parañaque Science High School for delivering a speech using a well-modulated voice. So, can you see the difference now? Okay, let's move on to the second video. Okay, let's watch this.
I am the youth of today. I am free to do what I want without prejudice. I am free to say what I want without fear of incrimination. I've grown fond of TV shows, love teams, and teleseries, and even fight for them in social medias. If only my fellow youth can defend our land from domestic terrorist groups like how we defend Aldab and Pastillas Girl. If only we can protect our West Philippine Sea from foreign invaders like how we protect our love teams from rumors. Then I can say our forefathers' heroism is not in vain.
Oh, what happened, Lee? Okay, so question is, what verbal principle of effective speech delivery must be improved in our second video? Ayan, ang bilis ng kamay ni Jezreel Asver Tumbaga. Sabi niya, articulation. Ayan, si Micaela, Chris, okay? And even Alia Kate Edriel, sabi niya, articulation. Okay, let's check. Talagang yeah, it's correct. Articulation. Why? Bakit nyo nasabi na the problem of Lee on that video is her articulation? Yeah, because of there's no Yeah, there's no clarity. The pausing, okay, is absent. Okay, walang pausing, right? And even the, I mean, the even mispronounce the word prejudice. Have you heard that? Sabi niya prejudice. So may problema sa articulation. Okay? Speaking too fast and there's no clarity. That's right, James. Okay, that's right, Mark Gabriel. So how about if Lee will apply articulation in her speech? Let's watch this last video of her.
I am the youth of today. I am free to do what I want without prejudice. I am free to say what I want without fear of incrimination. I have grown fond of TV show, love team, and teleserye, and even fight over them in social media. If only my fellow youth can defend our land from domestic terrorist group, like how we defend Aldab or Pastillas girl. If only we can protect our West Philippine Sea from foreign invaders, like how we protect our love teams from rumors. Then I can say our forefathers' heroism is not in vain.
Oh, yan. So, mas naintindihan nyo ba? Okay, kumusta? How is the oral interpretation video of Lee for the second one? Okay? Yeah, it is clearer, it is more understandable. So that's right. So thank you to Nova from giving us insights about the difference of modulation and articulation. So okay, Yahoo. So we're done with articulation and modulation. So, but then let's recognize first our oral amazing student last week, and he is okay, okay, okay. Alan Mark R. De Jesus of Naga City Science High School from SDO Naga City, Camarines Sur. So Alan Mark is my mini me, my tutor mini me last week 5, but then um, he always actively participate in our session, but especially last week. So I hope, Alan Mark, you'll still be with us to the end, okay, of our eTulay online tutorial session. Okay, congratulations, Alan Mark De Jesus. So as a recap, so we're done with our lessons from week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So last week also we're done with the first two principles of effective speech delivery, which are articulation and modulation. Right now we'll be having the third principle of effective speech delivery. Okay? And these are the facial expressions, gestures, and movements. So correction, so we're now on the week 7, okay? Week 7. So for this session, our target is for our student, for you to identify the principles of effective speech delivery. The second one is to analyze the importance of facial expressions, gesture, and movements as principles to consider in delivering a speech. So, buckle up and ready yourself for a new learning experience, and let's get the ball rolling. So, our oral amazing students, have you ever experienced speaking before a huge crowd? Have you experienced that? And have you dreamt of becoming an effective speaker where your listeners are tuned in and persuaded of what you say? I'm pretty sure you have. Certainly, we all want to be the best speakers, but just like what was revealed to us in our last episode, so a lot of people struggle with the fear of public speaking. Ano nga kasing tawag doon kapag you have this fear of public speaking? Tignan natin kung natatandaan pa yung term na yon na na-introduce sa inyo last time. What do we call that fear? Okay, of public speaking. That is Okay, Giselle, that is glossophobia. So, a number of people in the world, nasabi ko na, struggle with the fear of public speaking or glossophobia. And for those people who have this fear of speaking in front of an audience, there are a lot of things that can trigger their feelings of discomfort and anxiety. That is why, despite one's aspiration to become an effective speaker, minsan no, overshadow na tayo ng ating takot. So, always remember, yeah, that's right, that's glossophobia. Actually, undoubtedly, there is no shortcut in becoming a good speaker. Remember, tandaan nyo to. Nobody becomes an effective speaker right away or with just a single delivery of a speech. Tandaan, nothing is automatic. Do you agree with me? As a speaker, you must hone your skills and make it happen. Luckily, our oral amazing students, there are some principles that can be helpful in overcoming your fear of speech delivery. Okay, so are you now ready to learn the principles that can help you in overcoming your fear of speech delivery? Yeah, because these principles are, yeah, it takes time, sabi nga ni Allen. These principles are useful in presenting and delivering your speech like a professional. Last time, nasabi namin ni Tutor Nova, we have the first two, articulation and modulation. And we call them the verbal principles that you need to consider in delivering a speech. But today, we will be focusing on the facial expression, gestures, and movements as part of the physical components na kailangan yung i-consider in delivering your speech. So join me as we explore these principles of effective speech delivery. Okay. Sabi nga dito, 'di ba? Public speaking is a kind of communication that involves a speaker delivering a carefully prepared speech to an audience through both oral and visual symbols. That means hindi lang excuse me, oral ang pinag-uusapan, the way you speak. 'Di ba? Hindi lang umiikot sa articulation, sa ganda ng boses, sa linaw or sa linaw at ganda ng boses, or modulation and articulation. But then it also dependent on paano ka nakikita ng audience mo, and these are the visual components na dapat mo ring taglayin, na dapat mo ring isaalang-alang once you presented your speech. So according to BV and BV in 1997, public speaking is both an art and science. Remember that. In public speaking, hindi lang siya umiikot na nagsalita ka, that's already public speaking. No. Okay? It is both an art and a science, because as an efficient public speaker, one must craft a message creatively. Hindi lang pwedeng basta bara-bara lang, oh, speech na ako, yan na po. No, it must be, you should craft your message creatively while relying upon the principles of communication. You're following the different principles of communication at the same time you are presenting your message creatively. That's why we can consider public speaking as both an art and science. Okay? So we have these physical elements of the speech delivery. When say physical elements, nakikita to when you're delivering your speech. First is your facial expressions, your gestures, and of course, your movements. And join me, isa-isahin natin yan. What are the things you need to consider when you are presenting your the different expressions of your face in using hand gestures and your movement while you're on the stage? So let's begin first with the facial expression. So facial expressions are essential in setting the emotional tone for speech. So why facial expression is considered important when delivering a speech? Can I have your answer in the comment section? They communicate various types of emotions which reflect the speaker's mood and personality traits. Because on your facial expression, nakikita ang iyong emosyon na nandoon sa iyong speech. Okay? Sa iyong speech. And even your mood and even your personality trait. Yan, tama si Alan Mark. These draw the mood or the theme of the speech. Another answer, that's right. So why facial expression needed to needed to be considered on your speech, 'di ba? So it reflects your emotions and how you're feeling at the moment, sabi ni Micaela, the silo. That's right. Because through facial expression, your emotion, the mood, the tone, and even your personality. And also, it determines the speaker's sincerity and honesty while speaking. Because, example, I am happy today, sabi mo sa speech mo. Pero, naka-poker face ka, sabi mo, I am happy today. Oh, that means hindi sincere ang speaker. Hindi ka sincere, hindi ka honest sa sinasabi mo. Because, what um the words reflects the words reflect happiness, but then the way you say it, we call that the paralanguage, the how of saying something doesn't match, okay, to the way you say it. So example, I am happy to see you. Okay, so paniniwalaan ka that masaya ka talaga na nakita mo siya dahil may kasamang smile. Dumapasok doon ang facial expression. So let me read this by Chrysaline Alday Cueto. Our facial expressions send messages that are just as important as the content itself. Tama. The content should match your facial expression upang mailabas natin ang emotion ng ating speech. So, a speaker may smile to communicate friendliness, openness, and confidence. But also remember, every person has a different smile. In fact, all of us have more than one smile, di ba? Okay. So, example, I'm going to show when I'm speaking, when the tone, the mood is somewhat friendly, so open and confident, I'm smiling when I speak. Okay. So, because a smile radiates positive vibes during any speech presentation. Okay. Pwede bang mag-comment ng picture sa live session? Pwede ba? Or kung hindi, paano ba ang smile sa ating emoji? Paano ba ang happy? Okay? Sa ating mga emoticons. Sige nga. Kung hindi kayo makapag-show ng smile, pero I don't know kung pwedeng mag-send ng picture na naka-smile sa ating comment section, much better. Ayan. So si Giselle dinaan na lang sa mga mga dito sa mga emoticons. Ayan. So yan. So I'll imagine ko na lang na kayo yan na nakasmile while listening to me. So aside from smiling, you may also grin, di ba? To express joy. And even, okay, so frown to express sadness. And widen one's eye to show excitement and many more. So how about you, our dearest oral comazing students? Will you share your different facial expressions? Umpisahan natin sa showing your smiling faces. Katulad ng mga to. Ayan. So shout out to my students. Okay? In Santa Maria National High School for contributing this photo of yours. Excuse me. Sige nga, can I see your smiling faces? Mm-hmm. Okay, how about the second one? How about sadness? Patingin na sad face. Ayan, mga best actress. How about sadness? So, hindi pwede yung picture no, sa ating comment section. Next is, how about a blank face to show seriousness or somewhat na poker face ang datingan? Tignan nga, kung mahanap nyo yun sa ating mga emoji. Ayan, just like these ones. Sino kayo dyan? Sabi nila. Fierce kung fierce. And how about this time, let's all widen our eyes to show excitement. So, excited. Paano ang mukhang excited? Paano ang mukhang excited? Yan. Kamukha ng mga to. Ayan. Excited yarn, sabi, sabi nila. Okay. Yan. Thank you. Thank you very much, Daniela, Mark. We have Jermaine, Marvin, and um, Mirandilla. Okay, Ibay. So, good job, our dearest oral amazing students. So, remember always that facial expression should change with the content of the speech. Yan ang tatandaan nyo. Kahit anumang facial expression ang gamitin ninyo, it should match, okay, the content of your speech. So, any deviation in this would confuse, right, the audience. So, hooray! So, well, in addition to facial expression, remember, a speaker must not forget good eye contact, because the speaker must have eye contact with the audience throughout the delivery of the speech, dahil nga it establishes effective thought communications. Yan, sabi ni Tutor Nova, ang ganda ng tignan ng ating interaction. Puro mga emoticons showing different facial expressions. Thank you. Now, because in addition to good eye contact, it also increases the audience interest to your speech. So look your audience in the eyes. So, pero bilang tip, pag tutingin lang sa isa, baka bigla crush mo pala yung isang audience, sa kanya ka na lang tumingin. Isa-isahin yung tingin, 'di ba? Para lahat ma-feel nila na belong sila sa iyong speech while you are speaking. But then, tandaan, hindi lahat ng sobra, hindi rin maganda. Baka naging OA na yung eye contact mo. Everything should come into moderation. Remember that. So moving on to the next physical principle of the speech delivery, here we have gestures. Gestures. So, pag sinabi natin gestures, arm and hand movements constitute gestures. Why we use gestures? Sige nga, why we use gestures? One thing is to emphasize a point in the speech. Example niyan sa natin, no? While you're speaking, you clasp, okay, your fist to express force and energy, or points, okay, or points. So, because you want to specify something, no? You're clasping, okay, your hand to hand, or pwedeng minsan, no? Sa isang lang, okay? So, sabi ni Allen, gestures give more meaning. Ayan, si Christian Chares, may may mga sample na ng may example na ng gestures, rather. Ayan. Okay. So, some gesture come out spontaneously while speaking. Di ba minsan hindi naman natin nire-rehearse ang gestures na ating i-match while we're speaking. Minsan they come spontaneously while we speak. As a matter of fact, we all use hand gesture while we speak. But, okay, yeah, minsan hindi nyo napapansin when you are speaking, unconsciously, gumagalaw ang iyong mga kamay. But we didn't ever go to any class in learning how to match our verbal communication with the appropriate gestures. Minsan, panay tayo gesture, but ano nagiging problema? Hindi akma ang ating gesture sa ating sinasabi. And that's a no-no in public speaking. So, gesture your hand, may iba't ibang meaning yan. When to use this one, okay, to ganyan, di ba? So they mean different things. That's why we have to be careful. We have to be mindful of our gesture when we are speaking. Kung kaya nating practicein, edi i-rehearse natin para maging maganda ang ating speech presentation. So our gesture became part of our speech delivery as a result of observation and natural movement. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, maging cautious and learn how to match the content of your speech with only the appropriate gestures. Ayan, hand gestures, sabi ni Rafael Faye Ibay Nota, our student, hand gestures are being used when explaining something. Yeah, that's right. So, ito, iba't ibang mga gestures. Ayan. Yung pinakasikat na gesture, di ba? Oh. Example, mag-enumerate ka. O, always remember. Sasabihin mong ganyan, di ba? And many more. Ito rin. Talaga, kumbaga sa dinidikdik mo na ito, this is very important. Listen to this one. Okay, we have to work for it, sabi, di ba? And ano pa ba ang mga gestures na meron kayo dyan? Na alam nyo, and anong ibig sabihin? Share nyo sa ating comment section. Ayan, medyo calm. Okay, calm lang. Formal ang datingan. Okay, yan. Yan, when you're presenting, okay, something, you're using visual aid or showing an option, di ba? Okay, this one and the other one. Ayan, okay, o pwedeng yung distance, okay, the size, okay, you may use this gesture and many more. Maraming gesture, okay? So you just have to fit, okay, your message to your gesture na gagamitin mo sa message na meron ka o sa gesture na isinulat mo. Ayan, so I see this one. Okay, wave, thumbs up, pointing, and ayan. That means you have no idea. Di ba? Tama, ang gagaling. So, thank you sa ating mga emoji na itawid natin ang facial expression as well as gesture. So, moving, okay? So, moving on to the next is, after gesture, we must move on to our last physical principle for today, and that is movements. All right. Facial expression, tapos na tayo. Gestures, now movement naman tayo. So the movement, this principle refers to the movement of the whole body. Instead of just gesturing with the hands and your arms, movement can be observed through the movement of a speaker's shoulders, your legs, and feet. Okay? You're moving. Okay? Hindi naman kailangan sumayaw, ha? Baka may choreographic pa kapag, depende kung entertainment ang speech mo. Mag-ano ka doon, di ba? Anong klaseng performance stunt ang gagawin mo. But then, in a formal speech, a movement simply refers to how you move your shoulders, no? Malaking factor yan. Your legs and feet. So example, the movements of your shoulder convey various meaning. Example, kapag nagsasalita kayo minsan nakaganyan, di ba? Ano ibig sabihin niyan kapag nakaganyan siya nagsasalita? Okay, shrugging his or her shoulders. Ano pinapakita nito? It shows what? It shows indifference or may connote doubt, or sometimes too many movements may signal impatience. But then, if your shoulder ganyan, di ba? Relax. O, talaga magmumukha kang confident. Okay? Wag ganyan na shoulder, no? I-relax yung shoulder nyo when you are speaking dapat. So, another, the movement, okay, like example, stepping forward suggests you are arriving. Ayan, pati paan nyo, no? Ang binting nyo, tinitingnan yan when you are delivering a speech, lalo na kung face-to-face, di ba? So, when movement like stepping forward suggests you are arriving at an important, okay, point. On the other hand, when you're moving left or side movement may imply a transition in the thoughts of your speech. And moreover, a step backward may indicate that you've concluded a certain idea and you're allowing your audience to absorb what you said. So take note that when delivering a speech, moving or walking may attract the attention of your audience. Gumagalaw kayo. Sir, what if may ano kami, may lectern. Are you familiar with the lectern? Yung platform kung saan nilalagay mo yung manuscript mo pag mag-i-speech ka. We call that the lectern. Okay? Yung iba tawag doon is rostrum. Okay? But let's call it at this context lectern. Okay? So what is my lectern? Can we move? Can we go away from the lectern? Yes, you may. Okay? You can. So because that shows confidence eh. Ibig sabihin, si speaker hindi niya kailangan yung kopya niya na nakapatong sa lectern. Kaya niyang lumayo sa lectern at gumalaw-galaw. Okay? To show mastery, confidence of the speech. Halimbawa, I'll be giving you an example. Teaching face to face. When I'm teaching, when I'm lecturing, discussing a lesson, I do not stay sa harap lang. When I'm discussing, napakalikot kong teacher. Okay, pupunta sa gitna, sa likod. Habang nagtuturo, nagsasalita, iniikot ko yung classroom. Why? To ensure that everyone is attentive and listening to what I am saying. Pwede nyo rin gawin yon by considering proper movement when speaking. Malinaw ba? Give me a thumbs up kung malinaw ang movement or the facial expression, gesture, and movement. Okay, let me know. So, yan. Yeah, thank you, Mark Gabriel. So, consequently, movements during a speech, just like gestures, di ba, must be done with caution because too much movement may distract the audience. Yun lang ang problema. Sabi ko palagi sa inyo, hindi okay ang sobra. Baka sobrang likot mo na. Bumuo ka na ng choreography sa harap ng mga audience mo. It sounds parang unpleasant na sa mata yun. So, do it in moderate. Okay, in moderate way. So always remember also that take note to maintain good posture and because it signals confidence, vitality, and control. Like this one, no? Yung tayo ninyo. Actually, pwede na natin itong maano sa stage presence. Ayan, tayo, no? Hindi yung parang nakukuba, kapag kasi nakaganon kayo, parang nagmumukha kayong mahina. Eh dapat, when you are speaking in public, dapat ipakita mo yung power mo, yung dominance mo, yung lakas mo, na kailangan ka nilang paniwalaan. Show it through your posture, through your movement. Pwedeng feet apart, or sa iba, yung girls, di ba? The ladies can 1 foot forward. Ayan, pwede rin naman na ganyan. O parang nasa, ano lang tayo, parang nasa beauty pageant lang, di ba? Basta, you look formal, you look decent, okay? Hindi kayo nagmumukhang mahina sa harap ng public. Because remember, public speaking, you are sharing something to the public. That's why you need to show dominance and power when you are dealing with these people. So, now that we have finished, okay, discussing the physical principles of facial expression, di ba? Gestures and movements. So, nakita ko ang inyong mga thumbs up, maliwanag na. Tapos na tayo sa articulation, second, modulation, pangatlo, facial expression, gesture, and movements. Para sa ating week 8 next week, dalawa pang principles. So, hold on. So now, since we're done with these principles of effective speech delivery, facial expression, gestures, and movement, let's have our learning kumustahan. So, kumusta? Let me check if naiintindihan nyo ba talaga ang the principles, the physical elements, just like facial expression, gesture, and movements. So, paano to? Watch the following speeches and determine the physical principle that must be improved in each speech delivery. Parang kamukha nung learning kumustahan natin kanina sa week 6. So titignan nyo lang saan nagkulang ang ating speaker. Okay? So these videos are presented or prepared by Samantha Kate B. Salenga of SDO Parañaque City. So let's check now. Watch and determine nyo anong problema dito. Facial expression ba? Ang gesture niya ba? Or movement? Or pwedeng combination. Let's check.
Women empowerment has been part of many discussions of different ages. But have you ever thought of the presence of gender equality in our environment? How about the stereotypes that we have imposed in our community? Gender equality does not refer to women only, but it concerns all the individuals present in our society.
Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. So, sabi ni Kimberly, walang buhay. So, palagay nyo, anong, kulang ng tama, facial expression. Okay? The presentation lacks facial expression. Tignan natin ang improved version. What if nilagyan na? Masunurin itong si Samantha eh. Lagyan ko na nga ng facial expression, sabi niya. Let's watch.
Women empowerment has been part of many discussions of different ages. But have you ever thought of the presence of gender equality in our environment? How about the stereotypes that we have imposed in our community? Gender equality does not refer to women only, but it concerns all the individuals present in our society.
Wow, that's nice, Samantha Katie Salenga of SDO Parañaque City. Okay, the second video of her. Let's
We
watch.
are catalysts of a better tomorrow that we can look forward to. We should start making decisions and taking steps to a brighter future for everyone. Let us all try to achieve a society where everyone can be themselves and that gender won't be a reason to have any form of oppression.
Yeah. While watching, may mga nagko-comment na kulang na movements, gesture, and movements. Let's check. And I bet you're right. It is, yeah, lack of movement and gestures. And sa sobrang masunurin ni Samantha, eto na raw ang version niya na may movement and hand gestures. Let's watch this.
We are the catalysts of a better tomorrow that we can look forward to. We should start making decisions and taking steps to a brighter future for everyone. Let us all try to achieve a society where everyone can be themselves and that gender won't be a reason to have any form of oppression.
Okay, that's amazing. Really amazing from our oral amazing student, Samantha. So, di ba, ang galing. So, by applying, okay, by employing facial expression, appropriate facial expression, correct gesture, and movements, your speech delivery um, becomes more lively and dynamic. So I suggest that you should apply these principles too in your speech delivery for your speech presentation and oral communication. So always remember the physical elements of speech presentation. We have, okay, facial expression, gesture, and movements. So remember, practicing the speech is never a sign of fear or weakness, but a vital component to a flawless speech delivery. More so, when a speaker is able to deliver a speech remarkably, his or her competence and intelligence are also converse to the audience. So, and that's for today. Thank you for your participation or welcome, amazing student. This has been Tutor Alvin. See you next Tuesday for more thrilling adventure. Always remember to be the best in oral communication in context. But before that, okay, presentation please. Okay, so let us greet, of course, our Cebuano Itulay student viewers and to all the Cebuano out there. Viva Pitseñol for the upcoming feast, okay? Or the Sinulog Festival or the feast honoring Santo Niño this coming January 16. So, okay? So, see you next time, oral amazing students. Goodbye.